Greetings, everyone. Welcome to your Aries season kickoff. Happy New Year. It is the beginning of the astrological year. March 19th is the start of Aries season, but it also kicks off a fresh year in the astrology world. So this is a big moment for us. A big moment. And after a year of experiences, we get to start fresh, which is always so exciting because you guys know, you feel it. Like, you can look back at the last 12 months and you can look back at everything that you went through and it's like, holy shit. Like, I went through that, I went through this, I achieved that. And, you know, starting fresh it doesn't erase anything that you've gone through, but it does give you a blank slate for the next 12 months, you know, to go into it with fresh intentions based on what you've learned about love and career and yourself and health and all those, you know, all the things that are important to you. And that's just a good feeling. That's just a good feeling. You know, when you're deep in those feelings, you know, when you're deep in the struggle, you know, when you're sad, you know, when you're like confused and you're just a mess. And it's just like, ooh. And to be able to let those periods of this past astrological year go and start fresh and say, this is who I want to be moving forward. This is how I want to be moving forward. That's what Aries season is giving us. That's what March 19th is giving us. This new astrological year, all commencing on March 19th, is giving us, it's gifting us with this fresh boost of life, with who we want to be next, how we want to be next, what we want to pursue next. There's no better feeling to me. Let's get into these transits. So the sun will move into Aries on March 19th, kicking off Aries season, and it will remain in Aries until April 19th, so a full month of fire, cardinal fire energy. And, you know, we've got the Justice card out here already. So the thing about Aries is on the Aries and Libra axis. Okay, so Aries and Libra are opposites. So with Aries energy being activated, we are tuning in to that Aries and Libra energy. They kind of reflect each other during their season. So what does that mean for us? So this is the Libra card. So this energy, to me, it says Aries energy, Aries season will make us very self-focused. Okay, Aries is the first house, the first sign of the zodiac. It's a lot about me, you know, who I am, what I want, my desires, my passions, my direction in my life. Whereas Libra is the opposite. Libra is about other, the relationship. So with this card coming out right away, it's a reminder that if you find yourself on one end, maybe you find yourself on the end of, I am very me focused right now and I need to balance that with the people in my life, or I'm too people focused and I need to actually balance that with what do I want and need for myself. Maybe I'm being too codependent on the people in my life, and I'm like, ooh, that was kind of, even just hearing myself say that right now, I'm just like, ooh, wow, that was kind of like not offensive, but I'm like, dang, like I really need to think, I really need to process the ways that I'm being codependent on people in my life and reconcile those parts of my behavior right now. And so I feel like that was also a read for you guys because the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles is like, yeah, like Aries energy is fast, it's quick. this season is called instinct because we're moving off of or this season kickoff, this reading is called instinct because we're moving off of our instincts. We're moving fast, we're passionate, we know what we want, we think we know what we want, and we want to just go for it. And this Libra energy is like, don't forget to check in with that part of you that, like I said, it's one or the other. Either you're hyper independent and you need to check in with your people, or you're codependent and you need to check in with yourself more. And the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles is like, slow down, especially in the earth, in the body, in the business, in these physical decisions that you're making. Slow down, because that's going to help you, whatever you think you need to run into, whoever you think you need to run into and be with in terms of love or, business even. I know things feel fast. I know you feel like things need to move fast, but this Libra energy is about keeping things in harmony. And sometimes when you move too fast, you sacrifice things, you sacrifice things, you overlook things, you agree to things that you shouldn't, or you move too fast in an impulsive reaction to something that maybe needed a little bit more of a diplomatic approach. Okay, so this whole season is truly about finding that balance, right? Between those things that really excite you and feel so exciting that you just need to make it a bigger part of your life here, right? With the Three of Cups and the Two of Wands. So keep those concepts in mind as we move through Aries season. We've got a full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. We've got a new moon solar eclipse in Aries. Those basic points are literally going to be the guiding energies of this next month. And the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles being earth energy, these things really are telling me this is going to be a challenge to really slow down, to really make grounded decisions, responsible decisions in terms of self and relationships. And so I really want to emphasize that, because we make decisions on a dime. And this energy is just like saying whatever you do is just going to be so much deeper than what you're seeing in the moment. So don't rush it. So keep that in mind, okay? We've also got Mars moving into Pisces on March 22nd. So right away, Mars will leave Aquarius and it will move into Pisces. This feels to me like exhaustion. This feels to me like wanting to smoke, wanting to drink, wanting to vibe, wanting to just do nothing, like, kind of needing the universe a little bit more because you just don't have the energy. And so, if whatever you have going on, whether it's work or, passions or responsibilities, whatever things that are kind of you feel like you have to do, you've got to get done, if you can bring an element of connection and vibing to it, people are much more likely to engage with it. We do want to go far. We do want to expand because it's because it's Aries season, but Mars entering Pisces is we're just tired. Like, we know we have somewhere to go, but part of us kind of just needs to dream this new experience, this new career, this new love into existence. We don't have it quite right yet. Right now it's a lot of feeling, it's a lot of confusion, it's a lot of emotional decision making, and we want to take risks that like we're kind of ready for. We see it on the horizon where we need to be, but this Three of Cups here is like, well, some of this still needs to be sorted through while Mars is in Pisces, and Mars will be in Pisces from March 22nd to April 30th. We need a month to sort through this new direction. And also, in some ways, we just don't have the energy that is starting to build up, but it's not quite there yet. So my note is like, use your intuition and kind of dream these new experiences into existence, manifesting as we talk about in this world, manifesting, writing it down, praying, saying it out loud. All those things are things that kind of are a strength right now. You might feel bad for not taking the action, but yeah, this isn't a moment where, you know, you have all of the energy, and that's okay. Sometimes you've got to just talk to the universe first, and then when that opening is there, you can move. And April 30th, we have a lot of support starting then, especially to take grounded action as we move into Taurus season. Okay, we have a full moon in Libra on March 25th, a full moon lunar eclipse. This feels like socializing. This feels like connection. It feels like balance restored. Things that you've been working toward, things that you've been creating, the Eight of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. You know, this is a passionate opportunity, maybe in love and career, something for you, right? Libra is about relationships, so it does feel like something that's more centered around people, whether this is business or a relationship or something you've been wanting to do with people. The full moon in Libra confirms this. It's a physical confirmation. It's a, you know, you feel the people come into your life. You feel the right people come into your life, and you feel the wrong people shifted away from your life so that you can really realize this opportunity. Like I said, this might be a loving relationship that right now it just feels like a struggle. It feels like, yeah, I'm trying to make this long-term plan. I'm trying to see how I can do this thing for the long term. But if I'm being honest, like the Knight of Swords, my mind is shifting every day, you know, but I do have this long-term vision in mind, but it's just not feeling like, you know, the stamp of what I need. And maybe it's because I'm rushing in my mind, and Saturn, Capricorn energy, this Libra energy, it wants you to give things time to balance out. So the full moon in Libra will really help with that balancing of the mind and that ability to see the long-term plan and what type of people, what type of opportunities really fit. You know, how does this need to be in the physical? We have a Mercury retrograde in Aries starting on April 1st through April 25th. Not super excited about Mercury retrograde because I get super confused. It's hard to talk. It's just, everybody gets kind of all over the place, and Aries is a very fiery energy, so everybody's really spicy, and you know, it's everybody's, you know, pushing for something that when Taurus season comes, we're just gonna be like, we're just gonna be chill, like we're gonna be getting stuff done, we're gonna be chilling, like we want sweetness, you know. So maybe people are a little bit harsher, you know, during Mercury retrograde. But the thing that I'm excited about for this Mercury retrograde is these passion projects, they come right back onto our plates, and they're so real here with the Ace of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. They're so real. You know, we've got so many fresh ideas. We can see how far we've come. We can see how much money is within some of these, you know, professional pursuits that we have, and we do have the energy to bring it to life. So, you know, try to keep the chaos and mess of Mercury retrograde out of whatever you have going on, because the good thing about this energy is that it does bring it does bring those projects back to the forefront, and it's actually pretty exciting to get to see them in a new light and even get to learn about them. You know, I think I said this already, but Aries energy is ruled by Mars. So Mars being a warring planet, you know, my note is like, what needs to be destroyed in terms of those personal passions and desires? What needs to be destroyed, and what's the target? Do you have a clear target? And so if you do feel tension during that, you know, 3-week period, know that it's trying to make it very clear what needs to be destroyed and what the new focuses need to be. And that's not always an easy process, but it's a very valuable one here, as we can see with the King of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. You've got energy, but what is it going towards and how is it going? Okay. All right. Venus will enter Aries on April 5th. And, you know, to me, this is like men rule. The men rule right now, or women, you know, we rule in our own way, in our own path. But, you know, this is the divine masculine season that we're in. So when Venus moves into Aries, especially as women, you know, I think it's okay to find that more feminine version of you that lets the divine masculine energy, I'll say divine feminine, those who identify, let that divine masculine in your life, let them find their positioning and footing. They're trying to find it. They feel it coming back into them, and they're like, okay, I you know, it's the magic that, you know, sometimes you're afraid of, but then once you start to touch it, you're like, okay, this isn't some crazy concept. This is something for me. I have the magic. I can use it to create a beautiful relationship. So divine feminines, let the divine masculine come into this magic energy and let them have it. Don't compete with them for the role that they get to play for this season. Okay? That doesn't mean don't stand up for what you need and what you want, but you need to use your feminine energy to ask for what you want and need. The new moon solar eclipse in Aries will happen on April 8th. And this is the new year. This is the new year. This is the opening, okay? So if you haven't been clear about what you want next because you've been worried about the past and you've been sad and you've been exhausted and you've been dealing with betrayals and you've been, you know, dealing with stuck in your own head and, you know, just feeling like a victim. The new moon in Aries is the chance to say, I trust what the divine has created for my life and why, whatever those experiences were. I'm not saying I'm forgetting about them. I'm not saying that I don't still need to process them, but it is time for me to move forward. It is time for me to do what I want and need to do with my life now. This next year is mine for the taking, and I'm taking it. I'll be healing throughout the journey, but we are moving forward. We're not waiting. We're not waiting for anybody's go ahead. You feel me? It's go time. Okay? And for a lot of you, you know, this year is about going back and healing your family. You know, you've been on this journey on your own, and maybe you feel like a disconnect from your family, or you feel like, you know, you've done so much healing within yourself that you can see the gaps in healing within certain family members and, you know, or maybe aspects of your family life. And this year for you is the chance to stay on that path of pursuit, but connect back with your loved ones in a way that makes you feel togetherness and brings the trauma and, you know, to the surface, not for tension, but to you know, to have that fulfillment, peace as a family unit, as a generation, or the generations that are still, you know. I love you guys so much. I'm sending you so much love for Aries season. I want to thank you guys for listening in for the kickoff. So excited for the year ahead. Sending you guys so much energy for this upcoming year. It will be your best one yet, inshallah, God willing. I will see you guys very soon for your Aries season readings. Super excited to get those going. In the meantime, you can schedule your private readings with me, private and birth chart readings with me through the link in my bio. The Aries season playlist Pulse is out now on Apple Music, and the link will be, I said bio, in the description. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon for your readings. Love you so much. Happy New Year. I'm Soleil the African Witch.